It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Orbits, athletic linebacker. He's been a core contributor all season, approaching 90 tackles for the year. It's the Orbits and the Oilers, and it comes
EA
your
Sports
way
coverage of the National Football League is on the
25.
air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
When you look at this defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline, and he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Orbits are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Oilers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, it's Baker, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Sewell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sewell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. They run the counter. Compton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. He gets it to Baldwin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. The 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Orbits are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Houston's offense taking over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll look to throw here. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And they'll bring it down here right around the 17-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. Houston's offense taking over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throw out wide is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He'll get this to Baker. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
They bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Compton. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And now out comes Houston. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on now is the punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way down to the 29. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and it's Baldwin again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Orbits have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That time, a 6-play drive. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Baker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5. Over the middle here to Brown. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On first down, Sewell. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sewell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Orbits offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, We just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll run on 1st down. Sewell, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Slot man moves right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
To number 87. It's a gain of 6. First down, Orlando.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Compton. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The tight end in motion right. On first down, Compton.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Up the middle they go. Compton. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense taking over again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over first and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Compton. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 24-17. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up first and 10. Back to throw.
And that's complete to Brown.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Here comes second down at 5.
He's back to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown.
A big play looming on third down.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Orlando,
they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Houston,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.